Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we continue with the theme of connecting with the center, today we stay with a quiet maturity that develops in this connection over time. The center does not reveal itself through effort or repetition, but through readiness, when awareness becomes unburdened and receptive. The deepest shift happens without announcement, as awareness slowly learns to remain close to its origin. Connection with the center refines itself through constancy rather than intensity. There's a growing sense that awareness no longer needs to travel outward to engage with life. This does not mean that the thought ceases or activity reduces. Instead, awareness no longer disperses itself fully into them. A quiet inward reference remains present even when attention moves outward. And over time, this creates an inner continuity that feels natural and unforced. Heartfulness Way emphasizes orientation over control. When awareness is correctly oriented, it does not need supervision. As impressions thin out through cleaning, awareness becomes lighter and more mobile, and it can return inward quickly without deliberate recall. This ease of return is one of the clearest signs that the connection with the center is stabilizing. The center becomes the silent background of experience. From the heartfulness perspective, the center is both the starting point and the destination of spiritual life. Babuji Maharaj reminded us that the purpose of practice is to bring consciousness back to its original condition. When this happens, simplicity expresses itself in thought, speech, and action. Life becomes less fragmented and inner conflict gradually subsides. Spirituality then ceases to be a separate activity and becomes a state of our being. Dear sisters and brothers, as we are moving ahead in the session, a gentle request to please extend the invitation of the master classes and the BHED sessions with your near and dear ones, as it can greatly help them. You'll find the additional reading material and videos of Revered Daji on this theme, which are available on the Heartfulness app. And you all are encouraged to explore to deepen your understanding about this theme. We'll continue our inspirational reading, which we had started from the User's Guide Living Part 4, an article by beloved Daji in the Heartfulness magazine. And this is also one of the additional reading materials available on Heartfulness app on this theme. So let us resume reading. What is the ultimate goal of human life? Sages, scientists, religious leaders, philosophers, and thought leaders have tried to answer this question throughout human history, along with a few related questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of my existence? Where did I come from and where will I go afterward? The answers to these age old questions are not only linked to what happens during this lifetime, but are also inextricably linked to what happens before, after, and beyond this physical existence. Some belief systems promote the idea of heaven and hell, while others teach that we will keep being reincarnated until all our karmic debts are paid, and then we will be liberated. Other people believe that there is nothing before or after this life. Babuji created an entirely new paradigm. He started by asking a simple question: what is that one thing having which we will have everything? It is not wealth or power or fame or knowledge or even love and happiness, but the source of all those things. And what is the source of everything? It is the source of creation itself, that which we call the source or the ultimate. If we have that, we have everything, and it is possible to attain it in this lifetime. This begs another question: What is complete oneness with the source? We can substitute the source with various terms: the real, God, the absolute, the ultimate, and the center, to describe the changeless state that existed before creation. Everything emanated from it. All creation is a manifestation of that oneness. There is creation and dissolution, evolution and involution, expansion and contraction, but the source remains as it is, changeless. This idea can also be explained through quantum physics. If everything in creation is energy, sorry, and vibration, then nothing within that sphere is really created or destroyed. There are only different levels of vibration, and everything emanates from the source, which is beyond vibration and in perfect balance. The fundamental substratum of existence is consciousness. Consciousness is the field of being. All beings are at different levels of vibration of consciousness. We can therefore trace our way back to the source, first via the mastery of consciousness, then via the mastery of the potentiality that lies at the base of consciousness, and eventually we may reach the absolute state of oneness with the source. These three stages or regions of existence of the human being were classified by Babuji in terms of our spiritual anatomy as the heart region, the mind region, and the central region in his book Efficacy of Raja Yoga. And Babuji also created a method by which we are able to refine and expand our consciousness through the journey of the 13 chakras of these three regions in order to realize that ultimate goal, oneness with the source. He outlined this journey in another of his books, Towards Infinity. All this may sound like science fiction, but it can be experienced by anyone who's willing to try it. So, fixing the goal is the first step in completing this journey. What happens when we fix our goal? When we fix our attention on this goal of oneness with the source, with interest and longing, it creates a stir in the infinite and the divine starts moving towards us. Think of a lover and her beloved. The beloved first hears the call of the lover. Once the relationship is established, the lover and the beloved move towards oneness until finally the mergence is permanent and lasting. This demonstrates the importance of bhakti yoga in the journey, but this mergence is just the preparation. Our swimming in the infinite ocean now starts, and this brings us to the realm of reality. Here we are free of the miasmas of the world, but we still have to go farther to reach the final destination. What is the key to success? First, we must fix the goal. Next, in order to arrive at realization, we need to create an intense longing for the goal. It starts with an intention, which creates the initial momentum and which in turn promotes our efforts. Our interest goes on increasing as we gain a deeper understanding of the goal and we begin to get a taste of its magnitude. Eventually, it develops into a deep longing. Our pursuit of the goal is an integrated approach involving the heart and the mind. Longing is created in the heart while determination is generated in the mind. In other words, the heart creates the pull while the mind creates the push. The strength of our will and our confidence helps us navigate obstacles, and the will is strengthened by applying it through the practices. Confidence also grows with practice. In short, the secret of success has three elements: consistent practice, clear intention, and intense longing. Again, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Dear sisters and brothers, we will take the pause here from the reading as it is time to offer the universal prayer. Therefore, let us bring our attention inward and with lot of love in our heart, let us offer this prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May this universal prayer help human consciousness restore balance, simplicity, and peace. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session. And as we conclude this theme of the week today, may the awareness grow quieter, may orientation remain inward, and may the center become our natural resting place. Dear sisters and brothers, as you know that we have started the bedtime practices from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Therefore, you are requested to please stay connected on the same YouTube link after this session is concluded for the bedtime practices, which is going to focus on point A meditation, Maxim 10, and the bedtime prayer. And we will begin again at 9:30 p.m. And we look forward to being together again tomorrow for the universal prayer at 8:50. And as requested, please continue to stay on this link and we will start the bedtime prayer section sharply at 9:30 p.m.
Pranams. Welcome everyone to this session of being heartful every day with Swadhyaya. We are ready to practice the 3 bedtime practices. Each day we initiate and dive deep into these practices with a unique attitude, a quality that would help us to become more and more deeper in our understanding, experience, and intentions towards these practices. Today, let us explore with the beautiful divine values of connection. How connection takes us into the deepest recesses and greatest expansions of our bedtime practices, leading us towards the evolution of consciousness in line with our great Master's vision for our realizations, revelations in this very year. As Lalaji Maharaj used to remind us, connection is very deep, and that is the key. It can be accomplished at 3 levels. Let us together explore and experience this with a very soft, deep inner awareness. Let us connect within our heart with the source of divine light. Feel the love, devotion, and feel completely immersed in the warmth, nourishing love that emanates deep in our hearts. Slowly, this suggestion, our subtle sankalpa, helps us to transcend into this feeling of divinity within. At a deeper level, we feel how the divine vibrations slowly percolate throughout our whole being. Allow it to bubble throughout your system. The divine energies, vibrations completely energize us. Allow us to feel the divinity in the very source in our hearts. A sense of I am Brahma. Let us now allow these vibrations to fully grow and expand all over our environment, all throughout our community and the world, and connect with each heart all over the universe with an attitude of love, respect, unity. Let us value each of our brothers and sisters for what they truly are, as Babuji Maharaj reminds us in the Whispers messages. All humans are the carriers of divine. Let us feel this deep connection of divine brotherhood alone. As we expand in this purity of intention, of unity, brotherhood, acceptance, connection deepens with each of our divine humans. Let us feel that divinity that percolates every heart all over the universe, gives us the connection and the feeling. All are Brahm. Let us feel this truth deeply imbued in our hearts, and all the hearts are resonating with this divine truth. And now, at the third level of connection, let us all feel deeply immersed in the great divine master's heart. As Babuji Maharaj reminded us, his heart is but a playground for all of humanity. Our divine surrender and total self-annihilation in the heart of the great Lord Divine. Let us feel that true resonance with the sankalpa, may I be dissolved, only the heart, its divine perception, its divine values, its connection remains. All from Brahm. As we progressively, throughout the day, throughout the night, remain immersed in deeper and deeper levels of connection with our hearts, each other's hearts, and the great divine master's hearts. We exceedingly are self-transformed. Our life becomes a prayer, and there is a total expansion of consciousness. Let us now dive deep into the point A meditation. what we have experienced is that attitude of oneness and unity with all brothers and sisters. Let us explore the location of point A with the measure of our own fingers from the base of the sternum, 1 finger width down and 4 finger width to the left is point B, and 2 fingers above is point A. Very softly, gently, let us bring our focus on point A and let us make the subtle suggestion. For men, as we fix our attention on point A, we make the suggestion, all the women and men of this world are sisters and brothers. We hold this thought while we meditate on point A. We believe this is true. As we practice wholeheartedly, we begin to feel its effect immediately, permanently. For women, we think all divine gifts are already available to me. All men and women of the world think they are brothers and sisters, and our thought is one with theirs. As we continue with that flow of connection, with that deep connection with each heart, my heart, and immersed in the great Divine Master's heart, we can feel the contentment of all worldly desires, all worldly worries are permanently melted away. We dwell in immense contentment, abundance, and the generosity of the heart to share at all levels with all our sisters and brothers all over the world. We feel this generosity expands our hearts so large that we give and give boundlessly at all levels. Only to be fulfilled more and more. As we remain in this state of connection and generosity, let us now dive deep into Principle 10. Let us very softly, gently scan all our day and reflect. If any wrongs were committed unknowingly, the heart is so pricked by any conscience, any heart speak, where if we ever put our own selfishness over the others, it creates guilt unknowingly. As we scan our system, we allow all those moments, situations, circumstances, very softly, lovingly, to melt away in the divine principle. Love all, hurt none. The moment we have this intention, the heart opens up, allows it to be completely expunged of any restrictions, constrictions. The tiniest boundaries melt away. And in this moment, we make a resolve never to repeat this again. Now, let us go to our heartfulness prayer. Very softly, gently, the heart, so soft and tender, allow that inner cry to the great divine presence. Let us repeat the prayer mentally as we call out to the Master. Feel His divine presence right here in our hearts, very palpable, tangible. To the divine we call out, O Master, Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. Let the heart feel the sincerity behind these words of the prayer. Like a resonance, the words completely emerge from the heart and reverberate throughout the system. Let us now feel the deep meaning underlying the words. With a heart so open wide, allow to receive the deeper meaning to unfold from each word, the one that touches our hearts in this moment. We feel ourselves engulfed in the various feelings emanating from the meaning behind the prayer. As we begin to become so lost in the meaning, we transcend into the vibrations of the prayer. Let us allow our heart and our whole being to completely reverberate with the vibrations behind the prayer. Let us allow ourselves to feel this prayer flow completely. Now, beyond the vibrations, we are in the essence of the prayer. Allow it to emerge like a gentle bud that blossoms deep in the heart, carrier of the divine, eternally blossoming. Now, let us transcend beyond the essence into the very source. Let us feel the silence, stillness, nothingness of the very source. In this settledness, we have become oneness, unity with the prayer itself. A prayerful state that will continue as yoga nidra throughout the night with a sukshma sankalpa to begin our meditation with a deep longing and devotion. In the morning, let us gently rest our heads on the pillow in the heart of the divine with a prayer to remain in this prayerfulness, oneness, nothingness, complete resonance with the source, with the master. Gratitude to everyone for sharing these moments of connection with the bedtime practices. We will see you again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Thank you.